listening to twerking song. It's a good song. Not really, but...
So you can see my screen, right?
Oh, then? Nope, it's blank.
Whatever. So guys, and welcome to a quick let's play. It's called Without Within, and I'm here with my lovely friend Kaitlyn.
Don't call me lovely, please.
And
does his voice sound lovely to you? Because it's not.
So, and now we're starting. That's you. And now you can sound like Cord would sound.
Doesn't look like it started for me.
Really?
Really, it's still on the start screen. Like, I see your mouse moving. But...
Okay, I can see it. Now?
Nope, still the same.
Can you download it? It's for free on Steam.
Okay.
It has like 100 MB maximum.
You're making me do a lot of work.
I'm sorry.
What the can't spell. Oh, there's a Without Within 2 that actually costs money. What little shits. Think they're cool. No, please don't create a desktop shortcut. No. No, we're good. I don't need your shit all over my desktop, you shit. I don't need shit on my shitty desktop. Fucking shit. Damn, that loaded fast.
Yeah, it's not a big game. That's why I think it should go pretty fast until it's over. But I was surprised by my last game I let's played. It took like 8 hours.
So I don't know if my cheerleader voice is really that good, so...
Oh, it was perfect.
Are you sure?
You don't need to sound forever like that, just for the beginning part. Spoiler, we are at the beginning you are dreaming.
Oh, so I don't need to talk like that throughout the whole thing?
No, you're just at the beginning. You're
Yay!
just dreaming of being the arrogant, fashion, successful lady. And then you wake up in your room and just like, be yourself. So, no, I don't stop that now, because
Oh wait, I should probably turn off my music or else I won't be able to focus.
I wouldn't mind
we
you
talk
singing.
about booties and twerking, that's not what that's supposed to be, man. Okay. I'm ready, man.
Me
Do I need
too.
to start speaking first? Do I need to start speaking first?
Yeah,
Right now?
whenever you want.
Oh man, I got stage fright! Oh my god. Venti! 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 The chants of my fans echoed through the door in front of me. Work. One of my 2 bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Venti. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for the limo. The guards had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. I can't even talk correctly. A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on after all. I blew a kiss to the starstruck peasants. Miss Venti, please, let us hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Venti, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? My reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. Venti, may I get a photo with you? Can you sign my autograph for my kids? 2 for me, of course. Ah! I can't believe I say this close to 50!
You're doing such a great job.
My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards put out their pepper sprays to keep the fans in check. Oh my god!
Great.
A young male reached in my direction despite having spray aimed in his face. Rather admirable for a peasant, I extended my hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. Miss Fancy! Miss Fancy! The crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd, they never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Fancy! Miss Fancy! Oh.
There we are. Good
Do I have to read
morning.
all of this?
Huh?
Do I need to read this, or do you want to read this, or what are we doing?
That's you.
Alright.
But now you can talk normal.
I was going to until you interrupted me, you fuck.
Sorry.
Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in my limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment has no space for a car anyways. Actually, this single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the word apartment. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Just open your window if you wish to smell the sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. By the way, sorry, I need to take back the 1-room thing. This place actually has 2 rooms, thank you very much. A second room happened to be a toilet. I still counted, right? Toilet clogged 3 times a month, so be careful when using it.
Thanks for telling me that.
Okay. Miss Fancy! Miss Fancy! A woman's voice echoed from the outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock, 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or 2 would have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I'd be better off staying in bed.
So, do we rise and shine or stay in bed?
Fuck you, stay in bed.
Okay, staying in bed then.
I snuggled back into my blankets. The landlady could knock all she wanted, but my focus was on my calligraphy.
Calligraphy.
Calligraphy as in writing? My calligraphy dream. I had no time for these common folk matters. A week later.
Wow, you slept for a week.
Turned out the landlady was chasing me for my rent. By the time I realized, she had already evicted me. Now I live on the streets with nothing but my calligraphies. Past few nights have been freezing cold, and I ran out of tissues to wipe my running nose with. To make things worse, I could feel my head heating up from an oncoming fever. Might I interest you in buying one of my works? I got a 2-for-1 deal today. Oh.
Bad and...
Oh.
Oh.
That was really fast. Do I have to do this all again?
No, we just click through it
And load? Oh yeah.
And just pick rise and shine. Tell me when you are ready.
Hold on. He had a bucket of French.
I didn't know we would...
Hold on. You could load this up again. It looks like it's working.
You also can quick save and quick load in such cases, but we need to make save with spice. by stuff. Didn't know.
I loaded where she was out in the cold, and some man came up with some fried chicken and wanted to buy something. Oh, he said, "Oh my God, there's a choice here. We need to come back to this. I could attack this man if I wanted to. I'm gonna do it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the title. I'll do that later." So how do I get back to where we were?
You just click through it.
I just click what?
You just click like click really
Oh.
fast.
Alright, rise and shine.
Okay, let's pick Rise and Shine.
Coming! As I changed to something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that was what she dug. If this were a game, we might get a sales boost too.
Oh, that's me.
You want to say it? Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Do it.
Wait. My
You're
old
people,
grandma
man.
voice. Good morning, Miss Minté, the landlady said. I must ask, what's with that hair? It looks like you just woke up.
That's because I did.
It's a waste for young ladies like you to sleep away your youth. The landlady shook her head.
She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but I decided against it, as doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I enraged her, she would squash me into a venti-flavored pancake.
Miss Vinty, your rent was due 3 days ago.
Hold on. Sorry, I accidentally scrolled my mouse.
Oh,
Okay.
no problem.
Oh, well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madam. My next paycheck will come after night shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning.
Alright. Just know that if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live.
She spun around to leave. Once she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my cracked wall to fall off. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments breaking off.
We have
Great.
such a great place to live.
That poster's cute.
Yeah, it is.
Helps draw away from the cracking wallpaper. Cracking wall. Whatever. Great. The landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I become an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps. But first, I needed to put in the work.
Oh, that's a nice picture.
Yeah, it was. And so I returned to the busiest street in my area. With my calligraphy spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things about each other's mothers.
Yo, mama is so fat.
These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of space on the street ahead. Surely this would be a day when somebody spotted my talent. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of people you reached out to will buy your work? I could live with that. Even just 1%. Please be anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphies.
Oh shit, another choice.
I want to persevere. I want to try to get someone to buy it.
Okay.
I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wonder if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water.
Mine too.
I just had dinner, so I don't like fried chicken anyways. Eh. As the man eyed my work one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You need to speak.
Yeah. You are charging for these?
I managed a tiny nod.
I would never hang these on my wall even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen.
Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made.
Oh, that was that we were talking about?
Yeah, I don't know why it was saved right there. That's weird.
Yeah.
Let's attack him.
I thought so too.
I crunched up one of my calligraphies and rose. The man must have sensed my violent intent as he backed a step. As he backed up a step, get your English right, and shielded his face with the bucket of chicken. I threw a punch at him before he could flee into the crowd. My fist connected with the side of his head. That marked the first time I had ever hit someone. My knuckles hurt from the blow, but seeing the guy's dropped jaw made it worthwhile. He probably grew up this way because nobody ever dared to punish him.
Good job, girl.
Hopefully I don't get a bad ending from this. I mean, come on, he deserves it, that little bitch.
Yeah.
A couple of pedestrians popped in and held me back from attacking the man further. I squirmed against their grips, but gave up as my anger waned. Once my breathing returned to normal, the civilians loosened their hold, and I brushed myself free.
I remember this. The man fled for the train station, eating another piece of chicken as he did, so I hoped he choked on it.
Next morning, someone knocked on my door. I checked the clock. 5 a.m. When would the landlady cut me a break?
Oh no. Miss Vinty, it's the police.
I cupped a hand over my mouth as if keeping quiet would make the police go away. They must have been here to ask me about my assault yesterday. That guy I punched was nothing but talk. I should have let him ramble. God knew what would befall me now. I prayed I would at least be spared a jail sentence. Tears streaked down my cheeks as I buried myself under the blanket. This had to be nothing more than a bad dream. Oh damn.
Ah, god damn, I didn't know that this game has so many pedants. So I actually think you can load.
Rise and shine. I can't. I saved over it.
Okay, I forgot to save.
Let's see. I'm going to persevere.
Persevere, yeah.
And then I'm going to restrain myself.
And then I'm going to save.
Alright, yeah, I should probably save too. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without even sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes and I clenched my fist to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child in our hands. Some pedestrians shot him some glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. I want to help him.
Me too, actually. Yeah. And then we're getting up, ending fired, we lose our house by the end. So let's help.
Okay, shut up. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same What? What? If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. Oh, I got it. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose your mummy? Your mummy? Hold on, my headphones are caught on my chair. Okay, I fixed it. The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed a nod at last, and I whispered good boy into his ear. What's your mummy's name?
Hungry.
Her name is Hungry? The boy's tummy growled and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich?
I want ice cream.
The kid shook his head.
The kid shook his head. I want ice cream.
Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually.
I want ice cream.
And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. Money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt.
Jessie.
The boy said.
That's Mommy's name.
Jessie! Jessie! I called as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Enough to make me blush, in fact. Maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random next time I sold my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by the truck in the process.
Mommy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace.
After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me.
Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful. Just wonderful.
A torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing.
Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said.
Actually, there is something I need help with.
The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss?
Who is messaging me? Who is messaging me? Alright. Which way back to the train station?
Oh.
Let me save the game. Woo.
Oh yes, I'm doing the same.
Alright. The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Venti for a reason.
Miss Vinty! The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan.
Damn, you're not a cat girl. Calm down. Sorry, I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me and my tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was there somewhere. Probably. Maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint. Well, at one point, I locked myself inside the toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmate's head into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though.
Well, at least you know how to get you some fun.
At least I earned the paycheck needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my arts, but reality kept pressuring me towards finding a second job. On the way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. The game had long been hyped on every form I knew. Amazing art along with a cast of famous voice actors. The writer and composer were big names too. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must have been a lot of money put behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Bright light shone on the princess's face to impress potential players.
Fun fact, a visual novel is never expensive to make.
Yes, that is what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react if I walked along the streets. Hey, I think that was Renty. Whoa, no way, you mean that famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask for her autograph. My agent would then step in and speak on my behalf. Please line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money! That was a good, I totally
really
forget.
good.
Illusion? That was a good illusion with an A. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100, thanks. Oh.
Oh. That would be $100 thanks, the game shop's owner said. Princess Aria cost twice what I predicted. Yeah, buy $100 for a game?
If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping I might have more cash on hand than I realized. Turned out I had less, actually. I hung my head, and the storekeeper sighed. His arched brows pressured me into buying a game.
I don't see any eyebrows by him.
I don't see any eyes.
Yeah.
I did ride 3 trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. The title read Sunflower War, some visual novel about the battlefield. Copyright 1997, the bottom read. No wonder it was so cheap. Art by Invert Mouse, whoever the heck that was. Front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom.
Come on, Invert Mouse.
I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. This game supported up to 640 by 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology.
Well, I used it until some years ago, this resolution.
The shopkeeper grimaced. He must have sensed why I wanted to say no. His stare made my palms stain with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. What a loser.
I wanted
Jesus.
to say, you're so weak.
Weak-willed. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me to never visit the store again. Let me save again.
Yeah, I save after every drawn picture.
With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. 0 calligraphy sales, late for work and with rent, topped off by blowing cash on some game I had no interest in. What I really wanted to play was Princess Aria. Forcing myself to suffer anything else would just upset me further.
The one thing I want to know, just how do you want to sell, to earn money with selling just calligraphy? Not even real art.
I want to play the game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I did spend money on Sunflower War. Might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so the relic of a game would do a good job of putting me to sleep. I switched on my laptop and inserted the disc, which I partly hoped would fail to load from old age. Too bad it worked just fine. No doubt a lot of people were loving Princess Aria right now. Meanwhile, here I was. What? Meanwhile, here I was, enjoying this 640 by 480 godsend. Meanwhile, I was here. Sounds better. Your grammar is horrible. No voice acting either. These illustrations look like they were done by a child. I would be better off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. The grass reached up to our knees. As I read along, I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled as we waded through. We paused once every few steps, fearing there might be snakes hiding among the bushes.
Those are beautiful bushes. Sunflower bushes.
Those are not bushes, those are sunflowers.
Yeah.
Somehow, we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with an orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that had haunted us. Oh, I get it. The sunflowers are talking. I get it. As light bathed the soil, I found myself in a field of sunflowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped as if applauding our survival. I could see it! Not only that, but touch, hear, and smell too. An experience captured by my imagination. The image rivaled the strokes of any artist, and it belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. What the fuck?
What the hell are we wearing? Like, no, I know what we're wearing, but why the hell are we wearing that?
The blast of gunfire deafened us as we dove behind a wall. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed this helmet on to me with her dying breath. I would carry on her legacy.
Oh, okay, that shall be our helm then, I guess.
Oh, I get it. She's like changing with the game, I guess.
Yeah.
The desert heat pinched sweat out from my every pore. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must conserve every drop. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite our promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wish I could take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people have missed this classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too had every intention of tossing this game aside. I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might be able to discover so much more. As Sunflower War's credit rolled, blah, 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 blah. I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios. Yet, they still did their best with daily technologies to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when working on the project poured out of every line in this game. I could gaze right into their hearts. Hearts. The thing I had long neglected.
Why would you do that?
Mummy! Daddy!
Minty, what is it, darling?
Look! It's my calligraphy!
Honey, it's calligraphy, but it's great. I think you have a lot of talent.
This is so much fun! I'm gonna become a calligrapher!
Ah.
I had forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke these days felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over it was how much, or rather how little, people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possessed heart, and I failed to notice it. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I loved it. Let's see. Save. The next day, I ventured outside with a new set of calligraphies. Though I made no sales thus far, I still found myself beaming. That might explain why some people smiled back. Perhaps it was the weather, but I swore everyone felt warmer today.
Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady. A boy
A boy.
dragged his. Oh, you wanna read that?
No, you can go. Go ahead.
A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kid I helped out yesterday. The mother and I exchanged nods. Honey, the lady has a name. It's rude to call her the ice cream lady. What's her name then? Oh my, it's. Well, sorry. What is it?
It's Venti.
The mother slapped her boy on the back. See? Her name is Miss Vinty. Mommy, can we buy one of these doodles from the ice cream lady? Doodles.
Doodle. Doodle must be another word for the top of the line calligraphy. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this boy. My name was nowhere inside that little brain anyways. The mother checked her wallets, and her face scrunched up the way mine often did. All good, madam. I knew how it felt to be living on the edge of being homeless.
Please. The boy necked on. This showed why I would never have kids. The mother relented at last and bought one of my works.
Guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle as thanks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, he pulled his mother back into the crowd. Well, at least I scored better marks than yesterday. Another man strolled towards me. Wow, I was on a roll now. With heart on my side, my fame and fortune had arrived. Clean my shoes, peasants!
Hey, it's you again, the man said. The Tory from yesterday.
I calmed my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must know how rude he had been. Yes, my aurora had cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallet at my greatness.
Wow, these new scribbles are even worse than the ones you brought last time.
Somehow I had turned into an internet celebrity. Top comment, damn, snap. Wow, she went full crazy, lol. Triangle method 007, Illuminati. She'd be like, why you no buy, haha. More like this might be a good time to look for that second job.
Well, at least you're an internet star now. Thank you for playing.
Alright, that was good.
Yeah, it was actually good. But I was not expecting to end it just like... yeah, over.
I am an internet star now. Goodbye, peasants.
Yeah.
I fly away now.
I'm YouTube famous, making YouTube money.
Yeah, like $20 a day, man. Woo.
Yeah. Wait, I have to think. How many bucks make it per day actually? Oh Jesus. Then $10 per day. Yeah. Don't question it, why I just make $10 per day. Oh well. Thank you for watching this little let's play of this little game with the surprising quick end.
Yo.